Here, ideally I'm right here, heads up. Again, I don't care. Well, I'll do a drill right here. Have a guy hang out right here. Have this guy move me around, trying to get my head down. Oh, I gotta move my feet, make my neck short. Here. But if I don't care so much, I care more about my head up than my head close to him. So if he does this, pushes me away, here, I'm not gonna do this just to get my head on him. Because now I put myself out of a bad position. So just getting comfortable here, right here, like this. Not necessarily super tight, because now it's easy for him. My weight's over in front of my feet, it's easy for him to pull my head down. Okay? So, but if he does get here, so the point is if I get to here, this sucks. Okay, I hate this. All I'm going to do here is instead of going up and through, through his power, which is a lot, all I do is I step off, and then I go around his power. So I come up, I just swing myself around. So if I get caught with my head down here, like this, I can't, it's hard for me to come up and through that. And even if I'm here, I'm not necessarily in good position. So all I do here is I step off of it, here, which can sometimes be hard, and then I swing my head around it, out and around. Now I've got myself back to a position, and I didn't have to fight through all of his weight. I had to get there with heights a lot.
Yeah. All right, so I don't hit the perfect shot. I hit a pretty good shot, but I don't get the guy where I want. He sprawls on me a bit. So we get caught here. A lot of kids fall in love with holding on to the leg. And Matt talked about the high crotch yesterday. It's no different. If I want my hands locked on that leg and I'm going to sacrifice good position for that, I better be extra special. You know, I talked about Lipo because he was special from there. He had, might have been in the drugs he was taking, I'm not sure, but he had dislocated joints. And did you ever wrestle him? That would have been fun. Watch. Anyways, he's one of my favorite wrestlers before he cheated. But he would get here and he would score. And so would Amir Haddam, who was a world champion for Iran. But I mean, I can name guys like that. Herbert. I can name like 10 of them. So you're going to get one or two of those guys in the career as coaches. So we don't want to teach that. We want to teach to maintain position. And we talk about what we hear coaches say: move your base, move my base. They did drill in Iowa. When I did, they put their hands on the mat. They just moved their base. Boom. So I'm just re-penetrating from the knee. Okay. I want to work to this side and get the angle. He squares up to me right away. Boom! I take off to a high crotch. That's a peek out. Okay. So what I'm doing there is I'm circling towards the leg, He circles in front to change hands, and I hit a little short sit. But as you see with my short sit, talked to you yesterday about modified stance. This would be my stance if I had to do my stance from my butt. Shoulders over the knee, over the hips, boom, step up right away. So that's a peek up. I'm circling. He circles up front. Right here, I throw this back. High crotch.
You see when he throws, my hands come over. He gets my weight coming over the top.
One more time. Pretty simple. I'm circling because I really want to get here. That's where I want to get. I want to get to the angle and get my head up. Matt's circling up front. He's a good wrestler. Boom. Back the other side. I got high crotch. That's a peek out. If I'm doing that same thing, and his hips are higher, and his hips are tighter, I can't peek out. There's no room for me to get my head over here. I'm going to hit that same shot right here. Come up. I think a lot of American guys call this a submarine. Yeah. I don't know. We don't have a name for it in Canada.
I've heard it called that ring.
Okay.
You want to go to the finish tonight?
I could. I like one finish only from there, really. I get him up here. Right away, I got to widen my base. So I sit with my knees together. I got to widen it. Now, as long as I keep him off the mat, I got some time. I like to isolate one leg, and if I'm going to put it on the mat, I'm going to have it straight. If I put it on the mat bent, we're going to have it scramble, and it's not going to end up well for me. So I'll straighten it and put it on the mat, or I'll straighten it, and I'll step up, and I'll turn back here. Right here, I got a hand. So I'll turn towards, straighten it, turn towards it, catch the far hip, hand turn, or if you want to put it on the mat, it's going to be on the mat straight. See this? That's straight. This is here, he's going to bend it. We're going to have a scramble. I straighten it. As I put it on the mat, I'm stepping here to hook. Now I'm pushing the knee off. A la David Taylor, Neil Sanderson, etc. Okay? Matt's probably better at this one than I am, but I'll show it anyways. I'm here on the
Actually,
scene.
I want to talk about that
Okay.
position too.
Yeah.
What else do you guys call it, actually? Just something
back door.
Back door?
Yeah.
Back door.
I call it a peek through, because peek out one side, peek through the other's in the middle.
So, especially now, I hide my ankles so they don't grab my ankles. It's right here. So I sit down on my ankles. I do exactly the same thing. If I'm going to turn into them, I start by walking my knees. I'll isolate here, and I'll walk my knees until my knees face in completely. Boom. And then I'll just re-attack there. So if he does grab an ankle, I go to that side. So sometimes I'll get up here like this. Maybe he grabs my ankle. Okay, I was over here, but he's got, I don't know if you can see, but he's got that far side. I can switch, no problem, and I can still come here, and I'm putting my pressure into him, low and into him. If I come up, that's when we get extended and this kind of stuff happens. So I'm trying to stay low here, I'm trying to stay low here, and I'm pushing my pressure straight into him like this. Okay, this is where I want to end up. If I get too high, that's when I get knocked over and extended. So I'm trying to really, I'm doing, without a partner, I'm doing this. I'll even sometimes, once I secure that real tight, I'll put that pressure like this. Okay, and I'm trying to scrape his face into the mat. So he's doing, he's getting like this motion. It's hard to hold on to. And then the other thing is I always got stuck. So right here, I'd bring him here, straighten that leg. I'd always get stuck right here. So I couldn't get my head out. It's a pain. So here, I'll hook. Now from here, I don't try and push this leg away. I try and open him up I call it like a can opener. I take my whole body, I post on the knee, and then I walk backwards. My whole body weight is trying to straighten that leg. It's hard to do this and straighten right in here. Come in here. Those guys that are in here are really good. If I try and do this, it's hard. I can't get that head out. So I'll go here, and I open him up with my whole body. Now I come. It's the same thing. Yesterday after the session, we were talking. If a guy grabs my ankle in here, it's exactly here, whatever scramble I'm in right now. It's the same idea. If I kick, I can kick all day. It's real hard to clear. I put my weight on it, and then I use my body to scrape his hand off my ankle. So again, right here, I hated this. Because I'm doing the shot, I'm doing all the work, and this guy's just waiting for the stalemate or kind of funking. Here like this, kids try and kick, and they'll spend 15 seconds, and the ref calls a stalemate. I put my weight on it, and I use my weight, my body, to straighten my leg like that. Makes a huge difference in trying to clear those ankles if he does get there, especially with the funk and the dive roll. I mean, when I was in high school, I never saw a dive roll ever, and now it's everywhere.
Primary defense for some guys.
Yeah, and you just got to think about it. If you know that a guy's a dive roller, you can't be too much pressure in it. You kind of got to modify. You got to coach your guys to be like, I'm anticipating it. So instead of just driving so hard, those guys that every single time go there, like if I know that he's
I'm not gonna dive
never
roll.
going to try a dive roll in his life, but if I know that he's doing it, I'm kind of anticipating. So I'm pushing, I'm ready here, and I'm ready to sprawl hard. As soon as I feel it here, just kind of fake it here. Boom, I'm doing that. I'm dropping my knees before they get, I'm trying to get my knees down to the mat. And I'm not letting him, if I hold on to the leg, this is going to happen. I get pulled through and over. I don't want that. I'll let go of the leg sometimes. The guy, here, just do like a forward roll. Here, boom, here, just do, here, do a forward roll. Boom, I'll do this. I'll try and catch him right there. Because if I hold on to the leg, I end up holding onto his leg like this. He's got my leg, I got his leg. It's a scramble. Oftentimes the bottom guy is winning. So I'll let go of that leg so I don't get extended, and I'll cover him.
Even if he comes at your leg, and as long as I have my knee over my foot, if he comes to it right here, I can do that. And he's never going to try to get on me. And it's not illegal. He's diving at my leg, I'm just putting my knee on the mat. And if his temple gets in the way, his temple gets in the way.
That's exactly it, dropping his knees on.
But if my foot's in front of my knee, I'm the one who's in danger of getting hurt. Okay, so if my foot, I know he's a diver, I'm going to keep my knee there, he goes, I do that. It's easy. So it's so simple that no one thinks about doing it anymore. Okay, so we peek through, we peek under, and sometimes we have to peek across. I'm working here, I'm working here, I'm working here, and the other side opens up and I come across for a double leg. And you do this one.
Yeah.
And it probably looks better.
Yeah, so
So my
guys,
single.
here. I'll sometimes let go, but the whole point is here, is I gotta repenetrate with my knee. Boom. There. I gotta get across to the other side, look at my position. Here, I get here, now I can drive it through. And this is like, I don't know, it's like they're all the same moves, right? That's the exact same move as doing, you know, this to here. Kind of the fake single, he pulls me into across the side. Just took me a little bit longer. This time I got here, boom. I did exactly the same move, but I started from a little bit more extent. It took me a little bit longer to hit. So just kind of recognizing it's still a single high C.
So there's 3 outs there. I'm going to peek across to a double, I'm going to peek underneath to a submarine, I'm going to peek out to a high crotch. 3 outs I have on there. Also I can pry up, I can get my body position back in. The last one works sometimes, I don't do it, but as a limp arm. Where he gets around my leg, I'm whizzing hard, he pitches with his knee, boom, beginning arm up.
The best time to do that is when say I get in here, I'm on my feet, the very best time is he gets a hard whizzer, starts bringing me down to the mat. That's when I'm going to hit that. Is if I'm in good position, I want to stay on my feet and finish. He's got all his weight on me, he's got me off balance, we're going back down. That's my time to hit with the limp arm. And I'm trying to pull him as far forward as I can. Here, so here, boom. I'm trying to throw him forward, and then this other hand sneaking around to cover his
Plenty
face.
follow. Anyone know what time it is? Because remember, right, we established I don't wrestle with my watch on.